communication. So far, they responded refuting this amount, and we referred the matter to the ministry. The ministry agrees with us, and they have referred the matter to the Attorney General. Thank you.
Do you recognize, as Nathan, the existence of this contract between you and Smart Infraco?
We recognize the existence of the contract between Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Technology, and Smart Infraco. The contract is not directly between NITA and Smart Infraco. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Aside the letter written, have you had personal engagement, or the letter only requested them to come or pay, or did the letter request them to come for an engagement on this matter?
Madam Chair, we have engaged them. We have had a joint management meeting between NITA and Smart Infraco, trying to address this outstanding matter. But we are at a dead end, and that is the reason why our mother ministry has taken over. Thank you.
Ministry, you said you've taken over the impasse between yourself and Smart Infraco. What is the status? Aside referring the matter to the Attorney General, what steps has the ministry itself also taken on this matter?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, as a ministry, we refer the matter to AG for advice until we receive advice from AG. As he rightly stated, all other means have been engaged, including having fiscal meetings with them, and nothing has come out of that. And so out of that we refer the matter to AG for advice. So we are waiting for the AG to advise us as to whichever direction to take. Thank you.
When was the referral made to the Attorney General?
The entire contract was referred to Attorney General in February.
Thank you very much. I would like for you to tell us the purpose of this contract, why it was entered into, and is it serving the purpose for which we entered into? If you can throw more light on it for all Ghanaians to hear exactly why we went into this contract and what it is doing for us as we speak now.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This contract sought to commercialize the extra capacity of the government e-government infrastructure. The government saw that it has excess capacity apart from what it was serving its ministry, department, and agencies, and thought that it could commercialize that excess capacity to
please help me here. Is this the bit that introduced the smart workplace?
No, Madam Chair.
This is not the bit that introduced the smart workplace.
No.
So you are talking about excess capacity. What excess capacity are you talking about?
So
please throw more light on it, then we can appreciate where you are coming from, please.
Okay, so government through the Ministry of Communication owns certain digital infrastructure. For example, we have the National Data Center, we have the LTE sites, we have a fiber bone or fiber network across the country. This is supposed to serve e-government needs. But because of the nature of the capacity, it could still serve private sector and other customers. So the idea was to commercialize that extra capacity so that government can get extra revenue, or the ministry and for that matter, NITA can also operate with funds. So that was the whole idea. Now, so the contract was entered into between the ministry and the Smart and the Lebara originally. So the mother or the parent contract is between the ministry and then Lebara. And then subsequently, Lebara gave its rights to Smart Infra Crew. Smart Infra Crew was set up as a special purpose vehicle to drive this or execute this contract. And the ministry also appointed NITA as the implementation agency to oversee the operations. Now, where the controversy is about some addendums after the Smart Infra Crew took over. There are at least two addendums to the initial contract. And Smart Infra Crew's argument is that these addendums that were entered into by the ministry sought to change these original conditions that they were supposed to pay. And so, in fact, the letter I wrote to them on the 15th of April demanding this in an advance, the response they gave was that we should look at the addendums, and from their understanding, the addendums sought to replace the initial advance with some sharing ratio. And that the ministry and NITA also disagrees, and I'm sure that is the reason why the ministry has referred the matter to the Attorney General. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Where is the Chief Director?
Madam Chair, he's indisposed at the moment.
Indisposed.
Yes.
So these people didn't pay anything 2020. We didn't take any action. 2021, no action. 2022, no action. 2023, no action. 2024, no action. Here we are, 2025. And you want to take action.
Chairman, thank you. Anita, you introduced an addendum, two addendums. Have you had the chance to peruse those addendums? And what are your objectives and understanding of those addendums as to the contention that the company has raised as to the non-payment, but rather a sharing ratio of what commercial value may come out from the utilization of the excess capacity?
From the advice of my legal department and my head of technical services, the addendums do not in any way change the objective of the parent contract. So it's the reason why it was on that basis why we wrote to them to meet their obligations.
And from February that you sent your letter or your document seeking the advice from the Attorney General, have you followed up from the Attorney General?
Yes, Madam Chair, the legal office of the ministry has been doing follow-ups on it.
Has the Attorney General written to you?
No, not yet.
So how do they do the follow-ups? And how do you know that the Attorney General is even working on the document?
Well, I can't respond to that.
It means you are not doing anything.
No, we are doing something. If we say we are not doing it, we are doing something, Madam Chair. The legal department are doing follow-ups. They've written a follow-up letter to the Attorney General, and they are here to respond to that. Thank you.
Minister, do you still have existing contracts with Smart Infra Crew?
Yes, please. As it stands, we still have an existing contract with Smart Infra Crew.
So, aside the fiber infrastructure that they are handling, which other contracts do you have with them? Which other existing contracts do you have with them?
So these are not single or separate contracts. It's a bundled contract. All the EpaHoaDaben infrastructure has been bundled together and commercialized to Smart Infra Crew.
EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben.
Just a minute. Where is the chief director? When you say indisposed, what do you mean? The chief director was in office when all these things happened. Yet you haul new people who weren't there when all these things took place to come and sit before us. And you tell us the chief director is indisposed. We would want to see the chief director.
Sir, you are on live TV. The question that she asked you, there was no answer. And the answer that I got is so loud. You sit down for 5 years, you don't do anything. Then come and sit in front of us. Okay. Dr. Giselle, please.
Thank you, Chair. I see two issues here. One, the Deputy Minister is telling us they have sought advice from the Attorney General. And this was way back in February. Now, we need to establish, how did they seek this advice? Is it by way of writing to the Attorney General? Have they followed up? Can this committee be furnished with the copies of that correspondence? That's one. Two, in this particular infraction, the Auditor General actually recommends that the Chief Director take steps to do the recovery. Now here we are, Chief Director is loudly absent, and we are interrogating from officers that appear not to have any information at all. So, Chair, I invite you to rule that we have the wrong officers here and that the right officers must be here to respond to this infraction. Thank you.
You heard it loud and clear. It says the Chief Director should collect this amount with interest, and he's indisposed. Chief Director, I know you are watching us. Honorable Minister, let them talk. Please let them talk.
Madam Chair, the Chief Director had an accident and hasn't been in office for the past month or so. And when he's not available, were officers acting instead. And that is why I'm here as the Director General Administration.
Okay, then we'll postpone until it comes back. Because this infraction started in 2020. All the way to 2024, we are talking about 6 million US Donald Trump dollars. And to make matters worse, let's go to the next infraction, which is a paragraph 471. Honorable Enim will take that.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This infraction has to do with unsupported payment to Smart Infraco to the tune of 6,755,175. The auditors noted on 20th of December 2023 that the ministry paid an amount of over 6.7 million via payment with voucher number 2 in respect of connectivity platform without the appropriate expenditure supporting documents such as evidence of services rendered or received, certificate of work done, and other relevant supporting documents. The recommendation was to the Chief Director again to recover the amount of 6,755,000. In your response to the auditors, you indicated that NITA should provide you documentation to this effect. My first question to NITA will be, where are we in terms of documentation? And also to the ministry, how much of this amount has been recovered so far?
Madam Chair, NITA on 22nd December 2020 had submitted a close of project report to the ministry for audit service verification. So that is the documentation that has been provided to the ministry. Thank you, Madam Chair.
This is quite interesting here. The same Smart Infraco that failed to pay advances from 2020, and the ministry then now pays 6 million without support documents. And this is quite impossible. So the ministry, how much has been recovered to date of this amount?
Honorable Chair, respectfully, the 6.7 million is different from the $6 million. Yes.
Yeah, well, yes.
The 6.7 is value added. That is smart workplace value added project that was done. So that one is different from the.
Another bread, you owe this company. What prevents you from even setting off? But then you intend pay without even documentation to this effect. Can we get a better explanation of this? Because your response was NITA should provide documents. According to NITA's boss, Director, did you say 2020? Because this refers to 2023. That was when the payment was made. And you refer to a document in 2020, which are two different things. We are dealing with 2023 payments and not 2020.
Yes. So the 22nd December 2020 letter to the ministry had the details of the project. That's why we're referring to that particular letter that had been given to the ministry.
Hello, respectfully. How long have you been in this ministry?
Less than 6 months.
Less than 6 months.
But I'll check.
Where were those people? Where were those people who were there when these things happened? Why? Have all of them had accidents and they haven't shown up?
Madam Chair, as the Director Admin rightly stated, that the Chief Director, who was there at the time all these things took place, was involved in an accident. And he's not been in the office for the past months. And so that is why the Director Admin is here.
But Director of Admin,
But just
how long have you been with this ministry?
For 6 years.
For 6 years.
Yes, sir.
So you were there when some of these things happened.
Well, it's, I would say that it's on a need-to-know basis. At that level, you will see some of these things. It's on the Chief Director Minister level. So.
Director of Administration, I want you to take us through the process of payments in any ministry. Tell us how payments are done. Can you just get up and issue 6.7 million to someone without going through the process? Please share with us, as Director of Administration, how payments, the processes are done before finally payments are made through Controller and Accountant General to whoever it is. Please share with us.
All right, Madam Chair. So, for contract payments, depending on the contract arrangements, invoices are generated as and when they are due. Memos are put onto the system, and then verification is done whether the project has been done or not. And then based on the reports, payments are made. So basically, that is how it works.
So if that is the process, the Auditor General comes to you, sits with you, and the Auditor General says, I need to see the documents supporting this payment. And you just mentioned, it goes through this process, that process goes through GIFMIS, and you were not able to show the Auditor General all the documents pertaining to this. Then are you trying to tell us that then you did not go through that process outlined in the Public Financial Management Act?
Yes, Madam Chair, I think that the documentation was a challenge. As far as I know, the auditors initiated a process to do a field visit to certify whether the project was actually carried out or not. And I understand that process didn't come on. And so they couldn't verify whether the payment was really made or not.
Respectfully,
yes, madam.
You had an exit interview with the auditors, and they told you exactly what the infraction was. The infraction, as stated in paragraph 1472, says, the ministry paid 6.7 million, payment voucher number GOG this to Smart Infraco in respect of connectivity platform without the appropriate expenditure supporting documents. So you are saying something different from what has been written here. Unless you're trying to tell us that you never bothered to read the Auditor General's report. You are here this morning to say anything and everything that you feel will satisfy the questions we are asking you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have said what you told us. They are saying you did not give them supportive documents for the payment of 6.7 million Ghana cedis. And you just mentioned to us the processes that one goes through before payments are done. So we are asking you, did you go through that process that you just told us, or you did not? And if you did not, how did you do it?
Madam Chair, respectfully, all documentations were attached to the PV. But the challenge we had with the auditors at that time was their request to verify from the ground whether really the MDAs received the data that they were supposed to get at that time. So back and forth, we couldn't really get them onto the phone. And that was why I think the infraction we couldn't solve with the auditors.
The auditors are here, and the report is also here. When you read the reports, what they are asking of you, they are saying supporting documents such as evidence of service received. Because anytime you receive that service, you have to sign off that you have received this service. And then certificates of work done, because you need that to support the payments that you are going to make, and other relevant supporting documents. So what you are telling us that they wanted to go and see this, it's neither here nor there. You read the Auditor General's report. You read the infraction. They had meetings with you. They had exits, conferences with you, and they mentioned all these things.
Mr. Lita, you indicated that you have cited some document in respect of these payments, which you referred to as 2020 documents. Auditors, can you confirm if you have cited these documents you referred to?
Honorable Chair, we don't have that documentation.
Mr. Nita, who did you submit these documents to?
To the ministry. Letter number NITA/VAS/20/12/22, dated 22nd December 2020.
What we are referring to in this infraction has to do with a payment in 2023. 2022 has no relevance to this particular infraction. So I think you have to do a good job by telling us what documentation you have provided in respect of this infraction, which is 6.7 million. 2020 has nothing to do with this, so it does not come in at all.
Madam Chair, the project was in 2020 from the records I have inherited. The project was done in 2020.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe. EpaHoaDaben.
EpaHoaDaben.
Say it again.
EpaHoaDaben.
Daben.
Now together, EpaHoaDaben.
Awesome.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe. And then we are so emphasis that PSA and family your ball me. Within a Bismark Brown, who bet me a friend me B Brown. Penso friend me BB. Happy 98.9 FM Sunia EpaHoaDaben Jumedienie. Emwaha. Misanso mu akwaba. Ejidi say we are so apomu eyedin. Na adwuma so koso de. Ena ye benada. Eda bena. Eja kwabena. Anti abena. Say ye de. Emu ye. It's the 19th of August 2025. EpaHoaDaben Jumedienie. We're live on radio, we're live on Facebook. Beda Mitimina say, Joel Sanko, Meda Jimaima say, Namada Joyce, and Collins and Swase, putting together the show. Also, our journey and radio soon was our journey on Facebook, Meda say. Special prosecutor, and then a half-yearly report Abetuja. Free. Me kai will be actually was but we'll take a look at that report. Cases are a walk court says here. Near Omodasu in Huhimu. So far, obey special prosecutor convictions are anyway secure. We'll get into all of that. But people continue to question the relevance of the office of the special prosecutor. Indeed, Oko social media. Sani half-yearly report to the Abbey, Akwachesa old conversation about. Now, Areshemuni say, Sa office way never be secret as a shano. Especially when Martin Amidu was appointed as its first special prosecutor. Ankwesi hwe oja adwuma no to ho adwuma no kra dem na dane kasa ne epistles nko a kire bedane ntokwa between ono ene aban no ene bedane name calling mother serpent of corruption ho samsam ene adwuma no jato ho ene yekofa kisi aja ben so baaye kisi baaye amanfo bi ka se Martina Midu Krawa Huano. Or no, why attorney general that why state prosecutor pay? Or no Kra Huano. Nakisi. Okay, say politician be described on a small boy. But that is not the issue. He was given the chance to prove. Say the office of the special prosecutor indeed irrelevant. Now, and no any the game changer Emma Ghana in terms of our fight against corruption. But it's been how many years now? OSP no uhu eson faso. The political class mean scared said di no boa OSP dino. E di ehu bi wura obi mu ana. And now the report to be able to your friend half-yearly report or update your mind Ghana. If a Juma wire so far home, baby, Odia could do. Remove our warrior institutions are what war ye or mumu. But people are beginning to show some level of fatigue anytime the name special prosecutor is mentioned. We remember how na menu share Facebook na yedi enkomo no yedi report to the better ho. Na hwe ensem a wo ka kire yen. Na abusa se na we na Ghana for hwe animu ana. Emiti wo expectations ana. In fact, Ochina ena anka a driver for demonstration strike omka so mo beye against abino efa eye ensanwam eye amasaman ekwan no so. Ochina pepepe ebe 20th of August. Na sada no na a driver for share say omo beto omo ho egu montene so. In fact, ebi mu asmom kan no kra say nya de ometu car. Omo drive to commuters omo be kire omo pa. Na Quincy enene abetodwa se aban de sika bia contractor ni hia bia de amano. Menoka say about 879 million Ghana cedis has been released, according to the Controller and Accountant General. Or say aban obligation bia e was a waye Emma contractor nitimi na adwuma we ye free ho. In fact, sika no mutua no in tranches. Now obeje di say adriver for you omadwene so mo be sa demonstration. And now me worker say reports are indicating say the contractor is back on site. What shall say ye adwuma. If you are using that stretch, I'm a summon any in some home stretch no say no so na namo. Share with me your experience. Is it true? What bet me confirm say the contractor is on site and na adwuma na ekoso de. Asama akwa manfo so busa ne say is this not going to be a 9-day wonder? Is an driver for years and yen to your car bi mu no until say be ye kwan no. And I'm buying a tutu sem repair contractor na ba kwan so say be ya ye de be so ano ana. And now this is indeed a genuine commitment to completing the project. Ama sama mrashe bedwani e beto safre no ahoma no so nani nedi nkomo. But for you, all this while I wonam kwano so e kwanite said yet no. Share with me how it's been impacting your life and affecting wakoni dieba. Baba Facebook Live na dia banama kenkan ni nyina dia mawo. Beka was said Dr. Zeng deodorant boy echi dom ame de dwumadi bro Dr. Zeng zemen kamfo mawo. Se ene se wo pe eye deodorant a eche wo ho ede wo nante eye enna bebre a eye Dr. Zeng deodorant. Chemicals bi anim. Nti broni beka se eye 100% chemical free. Near ye eye Dr. Zeng deodorant ye free flower bia ye friend no Eugenia chlorophyll flower. So wonim about chlorophyll but who say ade bia eyi enka efri nipa ho pa. Eno ne ade aye Dr. Zeng deodorant. Inti wo a mfifire ye wo problem. Uti mfifire kakra na ohun pampan na sesa. Me kire body odor onam kankan asem na me kan. Obi ho a otim fifire kakra atmosphere ne besesa se sia fifire unya Dr. Zeng ebe deal with sa scent no na asanso adewo anante afebo so wo yusu Dr. Zeng na obetimi ekeep Dr. Zeng no on you for the next 7 days and son was apply Dr. Zeng ni bi. This is not how your regular deodorant mawo. To make comfort Dr. Zeng the amount, a herbal based, an alternative for a new Siciano. Okodana Joanna de Ayomutu. And Fahon, Udi Jari Gusso, from a Saponichu Mutum said near Enya de Beco. Then the woman is a perfume be him on 10 cents be and free Dr. Zeng deodorant. Now so, who you sua honam sente pan so anya dia ba ubeti bi wo wo tim fifire said ye Dr. Zeng deodorant oboy echi dom aye di dwumedie ne brewo obefrɛ eye anabe WhatsApp 054